Hi everyone! So in this video we're going to be making a nice snowy festive house. So for this one you're going to need a glue stick, a black pen, a pencil, a pair of scissors and your coloured card or paper. So you need yellow for the windows, some white for the snow, black for the outline and red for the house. So to begin with you're just going to start by sketching out your house shape. So I've done mine with a kind of pointed roof towards the left and it slopes down to the right, and with a little chimney on the top. And then I'm going to have it pointing out a little bit and then bring it down for the bottom part of the house, and it's kind of curved on the right where the snow's kind of sitting on the roof, and just join that up. And just decide on the shape that you want it. So we'll begin by cutting it out. I've not really followed the lines because I wasn't quite happy with the shape, so either follow the lines or just cut out the shape that you want it to be. Here we go, that's looking pretty good. So next I'm going to take the white paper and I'm going to start drawing out where the snow would be. So I'm following around the top part of the roof and just the top bit of the chimney, and underneath I'm starting a new line, so I've got the black outline on it. And I'm just drawing in a shape like that, so it's going to be the snow and then a little bit for on the top of the chimney as well. I'm just going to draw some bits out here that are going to be going on top of my windows, so a kind of longer rectangle shape and a smaller one as well. So we're going to have a bigger window and a smaller window on top on the house. So I'm just going to cut out the top of the roof snow. There we go, and I'm just going to check that that fits, yep. And a little bit for the chimney as well. Quite a small chimney, I don't know if Santa would fit through there. And I'm just going to cut out the snow for on top of the windows. There we go. Nothing's more festive than a bit of snow. So if you're happy with how that looks, if it's sitting right, it's got the black outline on the top, you can just go ahead and stick it on. There we go. And I'm going to stick on my chimney bit as well. I'm just going to cut around it so it's kind of curved and a bit better. There we go. Next I'm going to grab my red paper and I'm going to draw around the outline of the house. So including the chimney, and then just draw around the house shape. So you're going to have to leave enough space for the snow. So draw in the chimney, and then underneath it's going to start a little further down, but you can trim it into shape if it's not quite right. And just leaving a little gap between the bottom parts of the house. And then go ahead and cut that out. So I'll start with the chimney first. And then cutting out the full house shape. There we go, I'm just going to check that fits. And I think that looks pretty good, so I'll stick my chimney on. And then I'm going to stick the house on. If you think that, you know, the red part goes up a bit high, you can trim it down and make it fit. Check that it fits okay. So next I'm going to draw in my door using the black pen. It's going to have a little door handle as well, and then I'm going to start drawing the outside shape of my window. So I'm done a kind of square on the left hand side and a long rectangular shape on the top. Next I'm going to measure out what size my windows will be. So just put a little line so it's going to fit in inside. You want a red border around the yellow. And do the same with the bottom one. Measure it out and cut it into shape. If that fits, it's got a nice red border and then a black border around it. Just stick it down if you're happy. Here we go. Then I'm just going to cut out some little strips of red, and that's going to be my window frames. And I have one going across horizontally across the window. Just trim it to size and stick it on. Then I'm going to have 2 bars coming down the way as well, so I'm just measuring them to size and cutting them out. And I know this video is going quite fast, so you can pause at any point and just take your time. One window done, and then I'm just going to measure in the next one. And if they're quite thick strips, you want them to be quite thin, just like the one on the top that's completed. And you want it to go right across the yellow like that. Then we've got our snow to add on the top, so just check that that's the right size as well, and if it's not, then you can just cut it to size. I just got lucky. There we go, there's one that needed trimmed a bit. So you just want it to sit on top of the window, and then we're just going to trace around the outside of that. So my video did cut out, so I'm just going around and showing you what I'm doing. So I also drew in the bricks on the chimney. So I drew around the snow and I drew the bricks on the chimney too. My video cut out again there, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do our rainbow shape to do the hanging part so we can attach it to the garland. So just cut that out and stick it on if you're happy. There we go. So that's us. That's us got our house ready, our snowy house to attach to our garland. So sorry it was a bit jumpy at the end there, but thank you for joining, and I will see you in the next video.